Today on MontanaDanna, I take a much needed self-care day. I'm a little heartsick today. I'm doing some introspection and we discuss how to recognize love bombing in relationships. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more lifestyle shenanigans. Good morning, my beautiful and lovely friends. Today, I hate when I'm trying to film and I stick my fingers in my coleslaw from last night. Don't you just hate when that happens? Anyways, so today is the day that I absolutely don't clean my second bedroom. I'm getting my studio set up. I'm waiting on a piece of furniture that will get here later in the week, so I just want to get it set and ready so I can just pop in there. That doesn't happen. Write, record a song. Didn't do that. And then produce it and then go make music videos. Sounds fun. And to be honest, it's not that fun. It is a lot of work and it is a lot of wanting to blow my brains out. But it scratches my creative itch and I always love the end result. So we are working on enjoying the process more. Also, I'm waiting on an outdoor piece of furniture. It's sponsored, so I'm gonna put it in a video later this week. But I'm also gonna hang up my bird feeder and do my outdoor patio. So that will be a later video. Oh, am I just procrastinating cleaning my second bedroom? I'm sorry. I hate when I do that, but I want my second bedroom to have the same vibe and feel as my living room and my dining room and my bedroom sometimes and my kitchen. I don't know if you noticed, but today I'm highly in caricature Danna. I had an amazing weekend, but now I'm very heartsick, lovesick, and I literally have a sinus infection, so the only way I can distract myself from those things is to try and entertain you, see? So I'm gonna start with loading up these boxes. I'm gonna do electronics, I'm gonna do pens and pencils, you get the gist. That will help clean up all the tiny little things, so let's start there. I'm having a bit of a vulnerability hangover from this weekend, and I'm emotionally exhausted. So I'm gonna do some stop motion for this part because I just want to put on a podcast and get into like a positive zen, recalibrate the nervous system, get in touch with my inner child, you know how it goes, and try not to crawl into my bed and die. Okay, let's do this. So the first thing I do when I organize anything is I find boxes that fit perfectly into whichever piece of furniture I'm organizing. I know I can fit 6 of these up top. This open space will be reserved for pretty things. And then I'll find boxes that fit in here. Like for example, this is my games box and it just so happens to fit perfectly. I'll reorganize this a little bit, but this does not fit. Or this could be, nope. That's not going to close. Do you see why it's important to find the boxes first? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to start with the boxes that I already know are going to fit right up top here. So let's get those organized. Ooh, okay. So what we have here, the 6 boxes that go in the furniture. I've got my old box that's falling apart, has a bunch of pens in it. I'm gonna test all the pens and make sure they work because I'm not keeping things that don't work. That's not the energy we're bringing into July. I have a bunch of crochet needles and sewing stuff. I have more sewing stuff, electronics, stickers, which I don't know if I'm gonna use these. I used to use stickers when I taught private music lessons to bribe the kids to practice. So, bribery stickers go in this box. Post-it notes, stickers, crochet. All my sewing stuff needs to go somewhere. I also need to figure out which cables go to what, because I have just a bunch of random cables. And then I have my stereo that's missing its cable, so what to do, what to do. I don't know what to do. Is this for my stereo? One of my favorite podcasters is Lewis Howes. He interviews a lot of really interesting people, but he himself is very fascinating. I love his take on masculinity and overcoming trauma, childhood trauma, that kind of thing. He's really amazing. And he has a new interview with Joe Dispenza. I think it was the Love and Relationships interview he did with Joe Dispenza that I watched religiously for a month leading up to van life. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if this can happen. I'm gonna build a van and I'm gonna travel the US. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I started practicing his teachings and listening to that on my morning walks, and just a lot of things came into my space. And I noticed lately I've been living a lot in fear, and I've been having a lot of anxiety and lots of triggers coming up. Sometimes that happens when you're in a new relationship. You just get triggered. Does that ever happen to you? No, just me? Okay. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And then I'm like, are those triggers or are they red flags? And I'm having trouble deciphering the difference. But anywho, I'm gonna watch the new Joe Dispenza interview with Lewis Howes. I used to listen to Joe Dispenza's meditations as well, but he's a little too Wizard of Oz for me. Like, it actually makes me laugh during meditation, so I can't. He's like, relax. And there's all this like wild music happening. Don't look behind curtain number 2. I'm like, how am I supposed to relax when you're yelling at me, Joseph? For Christ's sake. Dr. Joseph Dispenza, stop living in 3D, start manifesting and heal in the 5th dimension. The 5th dimension? I haven't even made it to the 4th dimension yet. Slow down, Joe. For crying out loud. I'm sure you're just dying to watch me speed, clean, and organize, so I'll give you a little of that content, and I'm gonna go try and heal all my inner child trauma. Okay, is that what we're doing? That's what we're doing. I'm having a hard time being vulnerable right now, so I'm just gonna go into sarcastic Danna, and we're gonna live there for the rest of the day. It's a coping mechanism. It's okay. We're self-aware about it.
Makes you feel more confident.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to make a donate pile with pens that I don't absolutely love. I'm gonna take them to the Goodwill because I have really specific pens I love. The G2s by Pilot are my absolute favorite, so might as well just keep them, and then I have a couple like fancy gold ones, and then my markers. So I've been looking up love bombing and trying to understand it even more. It's something I've experienced before in the past. I'm trying to recognize it in the present. I just had a really intense, really good weekend, but also it's been very emotionally overwhelming. I've had a lot of anxiety, and hindsight is kind of 2020. So I've been looking back. So I just wanted to talk about love bombing a little bit, what it looks like. I'm trying to decipher the difference between love bombing and someone having genuine feelings. And something I've noticed is if there's constant compliments and someone telling you you're perfect and just really building you up, that can be a sign of love bombing, especially in the very beginning. Because 1, nobody is perfect, and 2, how does someone even know that after only going on a couple dates? I was getting bombarded with compliments and I kept saying, don't put me up on a pedestal. The only way from here is down. So that gave me a little bit of anxiety. Another sign of love bombing can be constant communication throughout the day. I don't think there's anything wrong with being excited about someone and wanting to text them a lot and stay in constant communication. But if it's to the point where it's giving you anxiety or taking you away from your work or friends and family and stressing you out, I think that can be a red flag. And that's kind of something I've been experiencing the last couple weeks. Another sign of love bombing is getting expensive gifts or lots of gifts. Again, it's hard to say because giving and receiving gifts is such a sweet thing on special occasions, but when someone gives you a gift and then keeps reminding you of the gift they gave you, as sweet as receiving gifts is, if anything's extravagant and over the top, especially in the very beginning of a relationship, and it's making you feel overwhelmed, that can be a sign of love bombing. And also going along with constant compliments, someone telling you they're 100% into you or in love with you within the first couple of dates, and just overwhelming you with adoration. It can feel really good and often intoxicating, but when you start reciprocating those feelings, then you feel them pull away, and then they start to devalue you with passive-aggressive remarks, or go from saying they're 100% about you to being completely cold, and their affections for you are up and down. Within the same breath, they can say they really love something about you, then they can criticize it soon after. That is a sign you're being manipulated, and it could be love bombing. Also, if you try and point these behaviors out, there's no accountability taken. They can tell you that they don't remember saying something that they definitely said. They won't take accountability for being passive aggressive when they definitely were. This can be a sign that the feelings of the person are not genuine and they're just trying to control the situation and control your feelings for them. There's so much I was so grateful for about this last weekend. It's been so intense and not in a healthy way. Another sign of love bombing is they can make you feel responsible for their healing or for their happiness, like being told that you have no idea how much your presence is helping me heal. That can tap into the savior complex in certain people pleasers and empaths. And of course, in a healthy partnership, you do support each other in your healing, but you do not make the other person responsible for your healing. So that can be a red flag as well. They're giving giving you too much power and responsibility for their own healing and their own self-esteem. Also, a red flag I've noticed is someone who needs constant external validation, especially from women. That can be a really big red flag because there's not only going to be a lot of pressure on you to make them happy. If you do go through a lull, they're going to find someone else that will fill in that void. So I'm not trying to point the finger outward. I'm pointing the finger at myself because I have been through this pattern a lot with people. I feel like an idiot for not recognizing it sooner. And right when I got vulnerable and started opening my heart to this person, they completely rejected me and shut me down. And I just feel so dumb. I feel so dumb for exposing myself when in hindsight, I can see a lot of the signs of love bombing. And I guess it doesn't really matter if it was love bombing or not. I just started feeling a constant feeling of overwhelm and anxiety because they gave me a lot of intense and constant adoration. And once I started dropping my guard and being vulnerable, then they got really cold and pulled it all away within just a couple of minutes. Went from telling me they're 100% into me to being completely cold. I just feel like an idiot for being vulnerable and opening myself up and kind of falling for this love bombing cycle. I've been through it before, and I'm not trying to say this person is an awful person. I'm just trying to recognize this in myself. I think what I need to do in the future is if this does start happening with someone, either exit the relationship right away or massively slow it down. If someone's not able or willing to do that, that's a sign that it is love bombing and that it's not going to work out long term. So I've been going through some feelings lately, and this latest relationship has very much been shining a light on where I need to improve and recognize patterns earlier on. I definitely like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I really opened myself up to someone, and once I did, they completely shut off. And it's hurtful and exhausting. And I keep trying to put a label on it, like, is this love bombing or not? But it doesn't really matter what the term is for it. What matters is I feel like my nervous system's all out of whack. It's just kind of a roller coaster up and down. And whatever the reason is for that doesn't matter. It's just accepting what is and knowing that that's not a healthy relationship. So instead of giving it more time and trying to figure out all of these dynamics, I'm just accepting what is and moving toward a relationship and a person that feels more peaceful and consistent and safe. And in the meantime, I have some healing to do, and I just feel kind of stupid and manipulated a bit. It's a really tough day. It's a really tough topic to talk about, and anytime I point my finger at someone else, I point it back at myself. And I'm just observing, where have I maybe done that in a relationship? Maybe I really wanted someone to like me and I overwhelmed them with love and compliments so they would like me, but I wasn't necessarily in tune with how much I liked them. I don't know, but I'm going to sit with that and I'm going to think about it. And this experience has been a learning one for me, and I just wanted to share this experience with you guys. So I'd love to know your thoughts. I would love to know if you have any insight into this, any books I can read, or any ways of dealing with love bombing and recognizing it early on. My main thing is I need to heal my inner wounds that make it comfortable for me to be in this kind of chaotic relationship. I was talking to my therapist about a year ago, and she said, find someone who brings you peace. If someone is activating your nervous system, it doesn't really matter why that's happening, but that can be a huge red flag. So find someone who you feel safe with and who calms your nervous system rather than activates it. And man, I'm really sad because I really, really adore this person so much and want to give them grace and even wanted to give the relationship another shot. But I've been through this pattern so many times in the past. I know that it doesn't just change overnight. And I just want an authentic real, genuine relationship. I don't need someone to put me on a pedestal. I want the real deal. Of course, I do want to treat my person how they deserve to be treated. I want to treat them so well and help them feel good about themselves. But I think the difference between love bombing and that is that it's genuine. The compliments are more to express your love and boost the other person up rather than to control and manipulate how they feel about you. Yes, it takes effort in a relationship, but it just gets so very confusing for me. So I'm trying to just figure it all out. I'm taking a break just to kind of be in my own space and sit with myself and just recalibrate my nervous system. Okay, taking a little break. So I've spent all day editing videos. I didn't start organizing till 6:30 p.m. I've just been having a day. I'm gonna make a little yogurt bowl and just have a minute. This is one of my favorite snacks. Someone asked me for the recipe a couple weeks back. It's not really a recipe, it's just whole fat, plain Greek yogurt, berries, and then I do some nuts and seeds. I did walnuts, pecans, and pumpkin seeds, and then a little drizzle of honey on top. It's 9 p.m. Still finishing my yogurt bowl, but I'm just feeling like I need to move my body. So I'm gonna make a hot tea, go out for a walk. I know that sounds crazy at 9 p.m., but sometimes I get really in my head and I just want to be in my body. So moving it often helps me get there. As someone who has dealt with depression quite a bit, I know that eating healthy, getting exercise, and making sure I can create on a daily basis, those things help keep me completely level. Is it obvious I'm going through it today? I'm going through it today. Some days we have days we're going through it, and some days we don't. I'm going through it today. Is it weird to share that online? Probably, yeah. It's a massive overshare, but feeling this way can be extremely lonely sometimes, and that's why I share it, because I think we all have these days, right? Just me, or... And since I'm doing daily vlogs and would like to stay somewhat authentic, I'm just gonna tell you when I'm not having such a great day. Did this just become a how I deal with a bad day video? You're welcome. Don't listen to my advice. I don't know what the I'm talking about. Okay, thank you. Contact your licensed clinical therapist. I'm just human to human. Reminder, we all go through these bad days. So I'm just gonna try doing the things that I know make me feel better. Who wants to go for a dark walk around the block? That's nice. That's good. So I'm just like consciously getting back into the energy of love and gratitude. I know it sounds so cheesy, but there's a lot to feel so good about right in this very moment. So I'm just gonna focus on those things and just try and energetically get into a good spot. I can always get there way faster when I'm moving my body and doing something fun, such as riding a bike or rollerblading or playing a sport. But walking instantly makes me feel better always. Even when I have writer's block and can't think of lyrics and get stuck, I'll just go for a walk, move my body, and then it will come to me. It's all about getting in the flow. And I was listening to the Joe Dispenza talk, and he didn't really talk about it yet in this episode, but he has emphasized before the importance of focusing on what you want rather than what is or what was, and then feeling into that energy and kind of living as if you have those things. So that is going to be a focus of mine, especially over the next couple days, getting back into my routine. So I'm going to be adding in my meditations and my journal writing. Hello, bugs. But already feeling 50% better just from moving my body.
Do we dare buy some roses for the living room?
Yes, we did indeed dare. This isn't the worst walk I've ever taken to the grocery store. Oh, yay. New flowers. Oh, look at these sad little flowers. I did love the peach flowers, but look how vibrant these pink ones are. They're so pretty. These bring happy vibes. By the way, as far as love bombing goes, as much as I'm pointing the finger out, I'm pointing the finger back at myself. I had just written out everything I want in a partner, and this guy seemed to check every box. He seemed to come into my life at a divine time. Maybe I was projecting all of that onto him, and it was just a lot of heightened emotion really fast. I think we're good mirrors for each other. We both kind of self-sabotaged, and it takes two to tango. I'm just recognizing this pattern in myself as well. So trying to have some introspection, not trying to point the finger, just observing, and I don't know, it's pretty fascinating, but definitely shining a light on things I need to look at within myself. Like, why do I crave and fall for this grandiose adoration? Maybe I have a little more work to do on self-love, where I can recognize that that is pretty inappropriate for such an early relationship, but I'm learning and growing, and I'm really grateful for the experience. As intense as it was, it is definitely helping me grow and see some toxic patterns within myself. And also, why does introspection have to be so humbling and painful all the time? It's exhausting. Oh goodness, this is a good batch. Look how pretty. Oh, happy little flowers go right here in the living room. This just turned into a self-care night real quick. I'm gonna make some hot tea with honey. I woke up with a bloody nose and also like a sinus infection. So my body's just a little bit run down. I love having everything organized. So I have my green teas, my jasmine teas, hibiscus. This is my I'm feeling sick tea. I think I actually will do this one. It's really good. And then chamomile for nighttime. This one's really good when you're feeling sick. I'm also lacking in the sleep department. So I need to make sure all of these physical things are in check when I'm feeling a little down. They always help. Nutrition though is huge. If I start eating a lot of sugar, I will get depressed every single time. I have an addiction issue with sugar, but usually I'm eating sugar because I'm trying to cope with something. So I don't know if it's the actual sugar that makes me depressed or that the time I'm craving sugar is when I already happen to be depressed and trying to check out from something. Being aware of it is part of the battle. It's not the full battle though, because I can still be aware of it and participate. I walked by the maple long johns. They looked really, really appetizing, but I'm just focusing on things that feel good tonight. I'm gonna take a little Epsom salt bath. Wish I knew where my books were. I kind of want to read my book. That's getting me excited to clean the second bedroom, just so I know where all my stuff is. Oh, baby Danna. This is my inner child photo. We make decisions on her behalf because grown-up Danna makes dumb decisions and is a people pleaser. So it's a little mind trick. Speaking of Lewis Howes, he's actually where I heard of carrying a photo of your inner child around. He started me on that whole thing. Here is my journal. Oh, I think I actually finished this journal. Hold tight. Oh my gosh, what a good omen. Starting a literal new chapter on a positive note. I love it. I'm gonna journal tonight for a while. I do a page of monkey mind where I just get whatever out of my brain, even negative things that are bothering me or perceived negative things. And then I'll go into manifestation and positivity. After listening to Joe Dispenza, I'm like, should I just skip the monkey mind part and just focus on the positivity? But I think sometimes that puts me in toxic positivity territory. I don't know, I'm still learning, but it does help me to get it out. Ruminations are like farts. They're much better out than in. So I have all these gigantic, beautiful journals. I love that they're gold on the outside. They have a little tassel. I hate that they are Disney themed, but it's okay. I want to make my own journal one day. That is a dream. So these two are already finished. This was the last half of last year. This was the first half of this year. So I go through like one of these every 4 to 6 months, I'd say, unless I'm like really having some feelings, then I can blow through one of these in 2 months. But let's see. Oh yeah, and then we have this one. So intense, I know, but like how pretty are they if they weren't Disney themed? Oh, a fresh new page, brand new start. I don't know. Would you guys buy a MontanaDanna journal? I just love the size of these. They're 9 by 11, I think. Like a regular sheet is 8.5 by 11, but these are huge. I love them. This is the size of a regular journal, just so you're aware. I like the bigger one. Anywho, me and baby Danna, we're gonna go pick out a pen and we're gonna manifest some shit. I'm gonna get what I want. Who knows what that's from? Anyone? I'm gonna get what I want. Oh my gosh, it's so organized. My very favorite pens are right under here. I kind of put them in rainbow order just because they're easy to find, but that's gonna get all messed up and I'm not worried about it later, but I kind of feel in red. Why not? It matches baby Danna's dress. Okay, so I'm gonna be a total dweeb. I'm gonna bring in my new pretty flowers. I'm gonna light a pretty candle. By the way, this candle is from one of my followers. Hey, Susan. She sent me a little care package. We have our love stone and we have some pretty amethyst. Why not? Gonna manifest all the pretty things. And actually, I think pink is gonna be my color. This is seriously my process. I'm not even joking. Yes, this feels right. This feels like the right choice. But someone the other day was asking me about care packages. If you guys do want to send me something, you can send it to the post office. I'll leave the address down below, but you have to put my name, Danna Richards, then you have to put general delivery, and then you can send it to the local post office, 1150 East Riverside Drive, St. George, Utah, 84790. The reason I have that memorized is because I used to pick everything up at that post office when I was doing van life. If I had to order something, I had it delivered there. So you can send me a care package if you so desire. Keep in mind, I already have a lot of things, so I don't necessarily need anything, but a couple of you are asking. So that is a place to send things if you so desire. I'm not expecting a single thing. If you just want to write a note that says, hi, that's totally cool. But the caveat is you have to tell me you're sending it so I know to go pick it up, because it's not like a PO box where they'll just hold it forever and I go check it. I need to know when I need to go check it. So if you can just Instagram me and provide me with a tracking number so I know when to go pick it up. But let's see what this says. This is the Temperance Candle, Harmony, Moderation, and Balance. Ooh, that is something I certainly need to work on. Balance for sure. So I'm gonna write sort of a mission statement in here. I'm gonna write out what I want in a partner. I did that the other day just on a random sheet of paper, but now that I know where my journals are, I feel like I'm gonna get in such a better vibration, because doing this practice in the mornings helps set my mood, and when I do this consistently, crazy things pop up in my life. I think I've just been in a lot of fear and lack lately, so just trying to get into a better mental space tonight. As I've said 1 million times today. Okay, you understand. Oh, I love these journals. So, does anyone have any insight on finding out where they would have ordered a mass production of these journals? I would like to design them, buy 100 of them, and then sell them as a part of one of my challenges, because this is a huge part of getting on the right track for me, at least. They're made in Taiwan. That's all I know. If you have any insight there, let me know. Oh, that's a vibe. I'm feeling very zen after writing, so I'm just gonna do a little noodle on the guitar. And by noodle, I mean just like try and write a new song. It just brings me joy. So I'm just trying to do things tonight that give me that feeling, so as not to go buy a dozen maple donuts and eat them all.
The stars and the lightning leave your eyes. Turn the fire in the sheets. Turn the eyes just lying next to me. Like summer meadows waiting on the rain. Like an army wife who waits to see her lover's face. Just like the seasons keep on waiting for change. I am patient, babe. Oh, so patient, babe. But I won't wait.
Okay, it's 10:20. I should probably stop singing so as not to annoy my neighbors. Maybe I'll just keep writing, but just do the lyrics, and then I'll sing it for you in tomorrow's video. But Oh, that feels good. Gosh, I was just totally in flow, feeling connected. I need more of that. Feels good. I mean, how can you not feel good with this vibe? Seriously though. Seriously. Okay, kids, we're gonna bring this party right into the bathroom. This was something that I never realized before, but you can drink coffee in bed if you have a nice sturdy little, I mean, it's obvious if you have a tray. But during van life, that became very apparent to me, and I'm liking it, liking the vibe. Yes, yes. I think I'm feeling the milk and honey vibes tonight. Yes, please and thank you. Okay, we're gonna make it another day. I believe. I'm gonna heat up my tea. I don't know, is this incredibly boring to you guys? I don't know if it's helpful at all, but this would have been helpful to like 20-year-old Danna, who always ate her feelings and didn't learn self-care in a healthy way. So I figure I'll share it with you. Ooh, let's bring in the flickering wicks. Yes, I did go into the home goods section of Target yesterday. Whoops. And then we'll put this one on my very dirty tub. Oh yeah, that's a vibe. Oh, that's better. If you made it this far in the video, I want to know, what are some of the healthy self-care things that you guys do? By the way, I'm not trying to stigmatize eating sugar. Like, if your self-care thing is to treat yourself to ice cream, that is cool. But I have some addiction issues with candy especially, and I'm not willing to go down that road. It's not a self-care thing for me, it's a self-sabotage thing. It's like a numbing agent. Initially, it's to like care for myself because I want to get out of the uncomfortable feeling, but then it's overall not good. But I'll just go ahead and close the pantry. I'll just enjoy my tea. I guess we're leaving this for tomorrow. It's a very long day of editing and a very emotional weekend, and I'm just like reeling. I'm spinning, and I need some peace. I need some rest and relaxation, and I need to sleep tonight. Wow, my sleep schedule has been so good for the last, I don't know, 6 years? I don't know, I've always slept pretty well, but maybe that's why when I don't sleep very well, it really affects me. And then so right now, I literally thought to myself, I need to edit this together really quick to see how much footage I got, to see if I got enough, so I can then jump in the bath. So I need to edit this really quick and make sure I got a long enough vlog, because then I'll know how much to add at the end of it. Little vlogception for you. So I'm gonna take my flickering wicks. I am gonna take a bath, by the way. I just am first and going to do a little edit. Doing daily videos is not for the faint of heart. You guys are like, why can't you just finish one of your rooms? I'm like, well, because I'm working a job and a half right now is why. And I had a really fun weekend, and as fun as it was highly exciting, high emotion, and I haven't had a down rest day in a very, very, very long time, so I can at least have a down rest evening. But here I am editing this vlog. I want to get it done tonight too, because I don't want another day. Oh, and I had lessons earlier today, so it's my busy day, and then on top of that, it's been an emotional day, so I want to get this vlog edited so tomorrow I can just wake up and clean that room and have all day to do that. Oh shoot, I need to finish Skylar's edit and send it over to him too. It's gonna be a midnight bubble bath type of night, but that's okay. I feel a lot better right now than I did an hour or two ago, so I'm happy I just took a little bit of time to take a walk and write in my journal. I'm feeling a lot more happy in the moment, in my body, and out of my head. So I'll see you at bath time. Things I never thought I would say on the internet. I'll see you at bath time, okay. Tuesdays always kill me, like they really do. Oh, hello, it's midnight, Danna. I have a little less light in my eyes. I have a little less candle and a little less patience for computer issues. Gonna have to just wake up and deal with this in the morning, but to bath or not to bath, that is the question. I truly don't even know if it's a wipe my makeup off type of night. I'm so tired. So I decided that I am going to do zero focusing on dating and just focus on my career. And that's what I've always done, and that's why I'm single at 40. But I'm just very triggered at any little glimpse or sign of being abandoned. I just like cut people off and run. I've just been having a lot of intense feelings the last couple weeks, and I'm so exhausted, so I'm gonna go to bed. I guess what I'm saying is hard for me to decipher like what is a red flag and what is something that's like getting triggered that I need to communicate about. I've been in some very manipulative relationships and pretty abusive ones as well. Not just romantic relationships, but like family relationships. So it's hard for me to know like when is the time to stick it out in a relationship and when is it like an actual red flag. I don't know. But yeah, long story short, I don't feel like dating at all right now. I have zero interest in like I was gonna kind of pursue, like be open to dating, and I'm kind of just wanting to focus on other things. And if I'm single forever, I think I'm just gonna accept that, because I don't know how to gauge people in relationships. I can't tell what's manipulative and what's genuine sometimes. Like I can't tell when I'm being love bombed or when things are genuine, and that takes time, I guess. Like we're all on our best behavior and want to like kind of like show our best selves in the beginning of a relationship, but where is it love bombing and where is it? I guess it's just when there's a lot of attentiveness and compliments and all that stuff, it feels nice. But then sometimes when I start to show interest, then it kind of does a 180, and it's very confusing when it happens. And also I don't expect someone to like adore and cherish me every second of every day. Like that's just not relationships. But when it kind of flips, once I start showing interest, like I don't understand why I keep attracting that. But like, how would you know the difference between what's love bombing and manipulation as opposed to just someone genuinely doing things because they genuinely feel a certain way about you? I don't really know, but what I do know is I'm extremely tired, so I'm going to go to bed. I think I'm just gonna be done with dating. I do not feel like dating at all right now. I was gonna do the like 30 days, like getting out and like being open for love, not necessarily like trying to find a man, but just getting out and about more. But I kind of had that on my mind. Like right now I have no interest in dating. So I'm just gonna focus on writing an album and producing it and continuing my comedic musical. I just have so many passion projects, and I'm just going to continue doing the things that light me up and make me feel good. I don't want to feel emotionally drained. Like my most recent relationship was so much fun. It was like so high emotion that I'm like drained physically, mentally, almost spiritually. Like that's not a healthy thing. So, and I know you guys are gonna be like, I thought things were going so well. We saw your video about the weekend, and you don't see everything that goes on. I mean, how many hours are in a weekend? You guys saw maybe 10 minutes of the weekend, and it was fun and it was amazing. I'm really focusing on the things I really want. Trust and safety and consistency, like just all the normal stuff. I am gonna read some books on relationships and just kind of get into a better mental space and try and understand kind of my fight or flight. Well, first I go into freeze and then I go into flight. Like if I see any sign of danger or manipulation or disingenuous love bombing type stuff, I don't know. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm focusing forward, focusing on what I do want. That's all you can do. That's like the main takeaway from today. I need to focus on what I do want. I was doing that and a relationship came into my life and I was like floored by it because so many things were synced up, but also then when it wasn't syncing up, it was like, oh crap. I don't know. I do know I need sleep. That's what I know. So I'm gonna go ahead and go do that. Not even taking my makeup off. Don't care. Gonna brush my teeth. I'm gonna get in this bed right here. That's the video. Welcome to Daily Vlogs. Here we are. We've made it. Here's another video of mine if you're interested in it. I'm so tired. Here's another video of mine if you're interested in watching another. Make sure you're subscribed. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do so on Venmo or PayPal. I'll leave links in the description, and we will see you tomorrow.